Okay, welcome to Just Go on YouTube. Today we're in beautiful Roanoke, Virginia downtown, and it's fitting that their transportation center is here at the Virginia Museum of Transportation. And seeing as how I'm here, I'm a motor coach captain or a bus driver, tour buses, and there's a Greyhound tour bus, or motor coach really. Greyhound doesn't really tour, but still same vehicle, a Prevost X3 45, and some Gillick transit buses, all at the same station. Saw an MCI transit bus last night when I just walked down from the hotel I'm staying at, the beautiful Roanoke Hotel. But here we are at the Transportation Museum here in Roanoke, a short walk from the Hotel Roanoke. There's a rocket over there. There's part of a cab of a it looks like a locomotive over there, some wheels or an axle wheel there. So let's go inside and check out a few sites. I'm not going to show you everything because I want you to come to this museum and support the wonderful people at this place. So they also have a automobile gallery as well, with some beautiful cars. Official Inspection Station, Virginia. I'm not sure that there's been too many inspections going on at this particular garage in a long time. 28 Willys Overland Whippet. So there's where I used to work there, where I first got my commercial driver's license. And then for about a year, I also worked for these guys. Virginia Regional Transit, who does transit for Suffolk. So those are the two transit organizations I've worked for back when I was doing transit. Of course, now I just do motor coaches. It's pretty cool to see all these different bus stop signs here from different places like Radford, up by Radford University. Which actually isn't too far from where we are now in Roanoke. So that's kind of cool. Some HO scale model trains, Norfolk Southern, Norfolk and Western, Penn Central Southern, Chesapeake and Western, CSX, Beltline, a bunch of other ones, Seaboard, Coastline, Amtrak, Old School, Alco, Norfolk and Western, C630s. Those were around when I was a kid. When I was a kid, Norfolk Southern, Norfolk Southern was merged when Norfolk and Western and Southern merged and became Norfolk Southern when I was a kid. And this is a transportation museum, so they do have ships here as well. Look at that, it's beautiful. USS Roanoke, CL-145. Okay, so it says here, since the first ties were laid and the first rail was dropped into place, African Americans and other minorities have been there to make this the success story that it is. That's written by Mr. John Nutter. And as a matter of fact, my late grandfather said he used to work on the railroad. I believe he said it was Norfolk and Western, but like decades ago. My grandfather's been gone though since I was about 8 or 9 years old, so a long time. So course, that's talking about John Henry. Right there, the still driving man. So, and this is a short video showing some African American workers working on track. So, doing some track maintenance, that kind of stuff. So, that's pretty cool. Stands here. There are a few things missing in here, but looks like most everything is here. So it's telling you which one's the throttle, which one's the horn, which one's the dynamic brake, and all that kind of stuff. It's telling you about paperwork there. So it's pretty cool. So, yeah, pretty cool. Here's the invested air brake. I think they're saying that on this one here, I think this is saying there's a throttle here, but there's also a handle here. Maybe I might have the wrong one, but you know, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I used to want to be an engineer, but railroad schedules are even crazier than tour bus schedules can be. You know, they said this will be a short flight. Problem is, there's nobody flying the plane. So this is the aviation section here. You can come in here and sit in this part of the fuselage here of this aircraft. Man, the good old days of flying when girls looked like that stewardesses on the aircraft. What happened to that? Man. I'm terrible, I know. But anyway, yeah, it talks about flight attendants back in the day, and of course now we even have guys that are flight attendants nowadays too. And over here talking about some ladies in aviation. Girls can fly too. And this is the wings. Looks like these wings belong to Roanoke native Helen Scherning Fitzpatrick, who learned to fly a Fleet Garner flying school in 1944. Her father had her wings mounted on a bracelet after she stopped flying. Okay, so again, I've been here probably 5 times. Those are some really cool models there. Those are really big models there. Really big. Those are cool. Yes, if I had the money, I'd have trains running around my house and other cool things, bicycles and all kinds of cool stuff in my house. But anyway, I've been here before several times. The J-class steam locomotive was not here. I've been here several times. I mean, just trying to find it. I've been to Spencer in North Carolina, which is the North Carolina Transportation Museum. There's a video here on this channel about that as well. Check that out. And the J wasn't there, although I did on that video ride in some of the cars the J would pull of the Powhatan Arrow. Let's see if a J is here in Roanoke, because I've never seen it in person before. Never. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook already knows this, but I have tried so many times to see this train. Every time I've been here, it's never been here. When I've been down to Spencer, it's never been here. So this is like really geek boy cool to me to actually touch 611, to actually see her. The lady, nice lady at the counter here at the Transportation Museum here in Roanoke, said it'll be about another year of them doing like doing some more work to the locomotive before she's actually capable of rolling down the rails again. But this is so cool because I've wanted to see this train for years. Well, I say train, but locomotive for years. They have the locomotive itself, tenders, the coal tender and the water tender as well. So it is beautiful, and I'm just totally geek boyed out at the moment. The other trains here are cool. Like there's a Y6A. They don't have a Y6B, and some other ones, locomotives here. Of course, the diesels are all cool because that's my time. There's an Alco locomotive, the blue one down there. That's really cool. I remember as a child seeing those in Norfolk, heading in and out of like Lambert's Point. But this is the locomotive here that I've just always wanted to see and never was able to see in person. So right now, even though I don't know, maybe you can or can't tell, I am totally geek boyed out about being here and actually putting my hand on her. Just like, this is real. Like I want to pinch myself again. Total geek boy nerd time, but you know. Alexandria, Bearcroft, and Washington Transit Company. Way back in the day. Of course, you guys know I drive tour buses, and I've also driven transit buses as well. They've got some old buses here, 1962 GM transit bus. They got another smaller bus here as well. See what this is. It's a 1953 Mack bus, and Dodge, it's an old Dodge school bus. Something that some of your grandparents or great grandparents probably took to school. In fact, for some of you, it might be the very same bus they took to school. Here's the Old Virginian Railway. There's actually Old Virginian Railway tracks in Norfolk nearby where I live, and nearby where I grew up at. I live on the beach now, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's walk into the caboose here. It's Old Virginian caboose, lashed to the Virginia locomotive tender. When I say lashed, it's hooked up, except for the airlines are not hooked up, but the Jenny coupler and knuckle coupler is hooked up. Stove for heating, stove for cooking, trash can. I think that's your water. Cannot climb, so we can't climb up there. But this GoPro I have mounted on something special that will allow us to sort of climb up there without climbing up there and get a look. the tripod or extends out so I can put it up in the air. So these really come in handy when you're trying to see something. Ooh, 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 ooh. Train Geek Boy moment number 3 or 4. So Jay was back there, we just saw. So there's an old Virginia Electric locomotive there, right? Oh my God, look at that. But, yeah, I'm walking around the other side so I can see it better. But look at, there's an old Pennsylvania Railroad GG1. It's not painted. Well, it is painted, but it's not like no liveries on it. Look at that, it's an old GG1. I knew they had an old GG1 here. Old GG1 Electric. Look at that. The Pennsylvania Railroad, later Penn Central, and of course later on Amtrak ran these. I think Conrail ran these too once, yeah. But yeah, beautiful. Oh my goodness, we gotta go see that real quick. A little bit and kind of get a better look at this old Pennsylvania Railroad GG1 that's sitting here. Yeah, they got a. Looks like we can walk over there because they got a placard there telling you what it is. So this area closed off, so I guess we probably can't go any further, but there's a placard there. Maybe they moved it or whatever, but yeah, I'm gonna stay here now that I see that sign there. But look at that, that's an old GG1 Electric. Pennsylvania Railroad used to have those things screaming up and down the rails. I just watched a documentary about the old GG1s. There's several of them that are have been preserved, but like I know one of the problems they were having with it is I guess there was, I was saying, is some of the electrical stuff that would need to be fixed in some of these old GG1s to actually get them actually operational again has a lot of insulation material made out of asbestos, and that's part of the problem with trying to get some of the GG1s that are in various collections. Like here, there's a GG1 at Steamtown, if I remember correctly, near the Big Boy, near a Big Boy anyway. Yeah, that's one of the main problems they have with getting these running. Of course, parts are not made for some of these locomotives anymore, so they'll have to find someone that'll make parts for it, that kind of stuff. But yeah, these used to run up and down the Pennsylvania Railroad, later on Penn Central, when Pennsylvania Railroad and the New York Central merged. And of course, some ended up on Conrail, if I remember correctly, and some ended up eventually also doing high-speed service on the Northeast Corridor between Boston and Washington, D.C., Amtrak, doing Amtrak's runs that the Acela now does runs. But yeah, it's really cool to see one in person. I wish they would. I'm hoping once, because it looks like I'm guessing it's a primer they probably put on it, because I think the last time I saw this one it was kind of raggedy looking, but I think someone's painted it since then, so I'm guessing that's a primer. That's a guess, I don't know. But I'm hoping that when they restore this one more, or even hopefully get it running, maybe, but at least restore the outside, that they do it in the green Pennsylvania Railroad livery with the pinstripes. The reddish or orange, or I guess burnt orange or red, whatever you want to call it, one's pretty cool too. But I'd really like to see the ones in that, like, I don't know, like forest green that Pennsylvania Railroad used to have. That would be really cool to see one in person in that paint scheme, because I've only seen them in models in that Pennsylvania Railroad, like I call it forest green. I'm not sure what actual green is, but the pinstripes is really, I think, the best looking one. That glossy kind of forest green on the GG1s is beautiful. I've probably already mentioned this depending on how I edited the video, but it's a Y6A. I don't think there's any Y6Bs that exist, but the A's and D's, as I understand it, are similar. But these used to pull massive coal trains in the mountains of West Virginia. Massive coal trains. I'm probably showing you too much, but I love the other parts of the museum are great, but the trains are what I'm what I'm here for. Especially that J class back there. That was so awesome to see and touch the J. I love that locomotive. It is, I think, the most beautiful steam locomotive, perhaps the most beautiful locomotive period ever built. But here's a Y6A platform here. You guys can see the firebox and the throttles and controls. So but this one here, Norfolk and Western Roanoke shop, so built right here, 1943, quantity built 43, locomotive and tender combined length 121 feet 10 inches, weight 573,000 pounds, speed 70 miles per hour, cylinders 24 inches by 30 inches. So I'm going to voice over my own voice here and get ready to end this video. Don't forget about my watch channel that I have where I do affordable watch reviews called Atlantic Ocean Watch. I'm also Atlantic Ocean Watch on TikTok and Instagram where I do watches and other stuff. And of course this is Just Go, which is my travel channel because I'm in the tour bus business and also the bicycle business, so I travel a lot because of those things. So thanks for watching Just Go, and also go check out my other channel called Atlantic Ocean Watch, where I do affordable watch reviews, and also I'm Atlantic Ocean Watch on TikTok and Instagram. All those links will be in the description. Please support your local tour bus companies. We'd love to take you to the various transportation museums, and not only in Virginia but in other places. And because I love trains, like a 3-year-old tugging my mom's pants to go, "Hey Ma, I want a train," you know. I can talk you to death about trains, but we're already approaching half an hour, and I appreciate those of you staying this long watching the video, but I'm going to get ready to end it. Thank you for watching. Please support these wonderful museums. Please support your local tour bus companies, and please support your local bicycle shops. Links in the video description. Division